Have you ever wondered why, even after a full night's sleep, your body still wakes up cold, stiff, or unresponsive, especially in the area that used to come to life like clockwork? You're not alone. For many men over 60, the quiet absence of morning wood is more than just a passing observation. It's a subtle signal that something deeper is changing. Now, you might chalk it up to age, maybe stress, or even poor sleep. But what if I told you that the real issue starts with what's missing from your breakfast bowl? I'm talking about 5 simple seeds. Yes, seeds that could be the key to restoring circulation exactly where it matters most. Not exotic superfoods from across the globe, not prescription pills with side effects, but affordable, common seeds you've probably walked past at the store a dozen times without realizing the quiet power they hold. You see, most men have no idea that certain seeds, when eaten in the morning, can activate critical pathways in your body, specifically the one responsible for producing nitric oxide. That's the molecule your blood vessels need to relax and expand. Without it, blood can't flow where it's supposed to. And when that happens, you start noticing little changes: colder feet, heavier legs, longer recovery times. And yes, the lack of that firm, confident feeling you used to wake up with. One of my patients, Carl, age 67, described it best. He said, "Doc, it's like my lower body is frozen in place. Nothing moves anymore." But just 3 weeks after adding one of these seeds to his breakfast routine, Carl came back with a grin. Not because of some miracle, but because his body started responding again, naturally. So the question isn't just, what's wrong? It's what's missing. The truth is, seeds are some of the most overlooked tools in men's health. They contain specific compounds, plant-based omega-3s, amino acids, minerals like magnesium and zinc that directly support blood vessel function and male hormone balance. When used right, they don't just fuel your morning, they reboot your entire circulatory rhythm. This video isn't about trends or fads. It's about real science, real food, and real results. In the next few minutes, we'll break down the 5 most powerful morning seeds for men over 60. We'll explore how they work inside your body, when to eat them, how to prepare them for maximum absorption, and the silent mistakes that cancel out their benefits. If you're tired of feeling like your energy and performance are slipping away quietly, you'll want to stick around. Because what you choose to sprinkle into your breakfast might just be the difference between decline and recovery. I'm Dr. Lily Anderson, a board-certified nutritionist and men's health specialist with over 25 years of experience helping men restore energy, performance, and confidence without relying on medications. For 2 decades, I've sat across from thousands of men who quietly struggle with the same fear. Is this it for me? No one wants to admit it out loud, but many men over 60 feel like their strength is slipping, their drive is fading, and their body just isn't responding like it used to, especially down there. But here's what I tell every single one of my patients. Aging doesn't mean surrender. Your body hasn't given up. It's just waiting for the right support. You see, blood flow to the pelvic region, your groin, your lower body, your most private places, isn't just about medication or testosterone. It's about the inner lining of your blood vessels, the flexibility of your arteries, and the tiny capillaries that carry oxygen-rich blood to the places where it's needed most. And the food you eat in the first hour of your day sets the tone for how well that blood flows. The good news? You don't need extreme diets or complex routines. You just need the right seeds, literally. Today, I'll walk you through 5 specific seeds, affordable, easy to find, often hiding in your pantry, that work together to support circulation down there. Each of these seeds has a unique ability to stimulate nitric oxide, reduce inflammation, strengthen blood vessels, and even support natural hormone production. But this isn't just a list. I'll show you exactly how to use them, the ideal time to eat them, how to prepare them for better absorption, what not to mix them with, and how to combine them for even stronger results. Whether you're looking to improve your morning response, feel more energy in your legs, or simply regain a sense of youthful vitality, this is for you. No judgment, no hype. Just real science-backed strategies you can start using tomorrow morning. Because at this stage of life, your breakfast isn't just a meal. It's your first line of defense. Let's give your circulation the support it deserves. 1. Chia seeds, the silent circulation. Stabilizer chia seeds may look tiny, but inside each one is a complete package of nutrients that directly support male circulation, hormone health, and stamina. Why it helps? Chia seeds are rich in ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. ALA has been shown in multiple studies to reduce arterial stiffness, lower blood pressure, and improve endothelial function, the ability of your blood vessels to expand and let blood flow where it needs to. For men over 60 whose vessels are naturally losing elasticity, this makes chia a powerful morning ally. Chia seeds also help with hydration. When soaked, they form a gel that slows digestion and stabilizes blood sugar, key to preventing post-breakfast energy crashes that starve your lower body of fuel. How to use it? Soak 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in water or almond milk overnight, about 1 to 6 seed to liquid ratio. In the morning, stir them into oatmeal, yogurt, or blend into smoothies. Avoid eating them dry, especially if you have difficulty swallowing. Chia expands rapidly and can cause discomfort if not pre-soaked. Tips for older men. For those on blood pressure medication, monitor your response. Chia can lower blood pressure naturally. If you're on a low oxalate diet, DG, history of kidney stones, limit to 1 tablespoon per day. 2 flax seeds, the hormone-friendly blood flow booster flax seeds, are a circulation superfood, especially for men dealing with low testosterone and early signs of metabolic issues. Why it helps? Flax seeds are high in lignans, plant compounds that help balance hormones and lower inflammation. For circulation, they support the production of nitric oxide, the key molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax. They're also rich in magnesium and fiber, both critical for maintaining steady blood flow and stable energy throughout the morning. One clinical study in older adults showed that daily flaxseed intake improved arterial compliance and reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in just 6 weeks. How to use it? Always grind flax seeds before eating. Whole flax passes through the gut undigested, and you'll miss the benefits. Add 1 tablespoon of ground flax to oatmeal, yogurt, or even sprinkle over eggs or toast. Tips for older men. Store ground flax in the fridge or freezer. It goes rancid quickly due to its healthy fats. Flax may interfere with blood thinners. Talk to your doctor if you're on medications like warfarin. 3 pumpkin seeds, the zinc-rich testosterone tonic. Don't let their Halloween reputation fool you. Pumpkin seeds, or pepitas, are a powerful source of zinc and magnesium, 2 minerals essential for testosterone production and muscle function. Why it helps? Zinc is a cofactor in hundreds of enzyme reactions in the male body, especially those tied to hormone production. Low zinc levels are correlated with decreased libido, poor circulation, and weak tissue repair in older men. Magnesium, meanwhile, plays a critical role in blood vessel relaxation and oxygen delivery to the pelvic region. In one study of men over 60, regular pumpkin seed intake was linked to improved sperm motility, hormone levels, and erectile function. Not because of some magic, but because these seeds provide the raw materials your body craves. How to use it? Aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw or lightly roasted pumpkin seeds each morning. Add them to cereal, blend into smoothies, or just chew them on their own. Tips for older men. Choose unsalted shell-free seeds to avoid excess sodium. If you have enlarged prostate, pumpkin seeds may offer extra benefits. Early research shows they help reduce urinary frequency and improve flow. Nangavda, sunflower seeds, the artery protector. Sunflower seeds aren't just for baseball games. They're one of the best sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your blood vessels from the wear and tear of aging. Why it helps? Vitamin E supports the endothelial lining of your blood vessels and helps reduce oxidative stress, one of the major causes of arterial stiffness and plaque formation. Sunflower seeds are also high in selenium, a trace mineral linked to improved blood flow and heart health. For older men, especially those with a history of cardiovascular issues or high cholesterol, sunflower seeds act as a daily shield for your arteries, especially in areas that are most sensitive to poor blood flow. How to use it? Use 1 tablespoon of raw, unsalted sunflower seeds each morning. Stir into oatmeal or yogurt, or use as a crunchy topping on avocado toast. Tips for older men. High in calories, so portion control matters. Store in airtight containers. These seeds spoil quickly in heat and humidity. 5. Hemp seeds, the muscle fuel for pelvic strength. If there's one seed that offers complete protein, anti-inflammatory fats, and circulation support in one tiny package, it's hemp. Why it helps? Hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a rare, complete plant protein. This is key for preserving muscle mass in the pelvic floor, thighs, and lower back, the very muscles that support healthy male function and performance. They're also rich in gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a compound shown to reduce inflammation in blood vessels and improve vascular tone, meaning your arteries are more responsive when blood needs to flow quickly. One clinical review found that regular hemp seed consumption improved cardiovascular markers, lipid profiles, and reduced markers of chronic inflammation, all directly tied to better blood flow below the belt. How to use it? Add 1 tablespoon of shelled hemp seeds to smoothies, yogurt, or sprinkle over fruit. Their mild, nutty taste pairs well with oatmeal or baked goods. Tips for older men. Hemp seeds do not contain THC and are legal across the U.S. Store in a cool place. Sealed tight. Rancid hemp smells off and loses benefits. Combining the seeds, a morning ritual for blood flow. Each seed has its own superpower, but when you combine them, the results amplify. Try this simple combination: soak chia plus ground flax plus shelled hemp in a smoothie or overnight oats. Add pumpkin and sunflower as a topping for crunch. Pair with a warm drink like green tea or lemon water. You've just built a circulation-boosting breakfast that delivers plant-based omega-3s, antioxidants, blood vessel relaxants, muscle fuel, hormone support. And the best part? No side effects, no prescriptions, just food your body recognizes and knows how to use. In the next part, I'll share the story of someone just like you, a man who thought the spark was gone for good until a handful of seeds changed everything. Stay with me. Carl was 67 when he first walked into my clinic. A retired carpenter from Ohio, soft-spoken and proud, but clearly carrying a quiet frustration. It took him a few visits to open up fully, but when he finally did, he looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Doc, it's like everything below the belt just stopped showing up." He wasn't in pain. His labs weren't alarming. His heart was doing okay, but something had shifted, and he knew it. The problem wasn't just physical. It was emotional. Carl had been waking up every morning with cold feet, low energy, and a hollow feeling that something essential had quietly gone missing. His confidence was slipping, and worse, he'd started to believe it was irreversible. He wasn't looking for pills. He wasn't even looking for miracles. He just wanted to feel like himself again. After reviewing his diet and lifestyle, it became clear. His breakfast was setting him back. Every morning, he grabbed 2 slices of white toast with jam and a quick cup of coffee. No protein, no healthy fats, no circulation support. In fact, he hadn't eaten a single seed in over 40 years. So, I gave him a plan. Simple. No stress. No drastic changes. "Carl," I said, "for the next 30 days, I want you to give your body the building blocks it's been missing. And we're going to start with seeds. Here's what we did. In the evening, he soaked a tablespoon of chia seeds in almond milk. In the morning, he stirred them into a bowl of overnight oats, along with 1 tablespoon of ground flax, a sprinkle of shelled hemp seeds, a spoonful of pumpkin seeds, A pinch of raw sunflower seeds for crunch. We paired that with green tea and nothing else. No toast, no sugary creamer. He called it his seed bowl. His wife called it Carl's second wind. By week 2, something shifted. He told me his legs didn't feel as heavy walking up the stairs. He was sleeping deeper. He even noticed a subtle but unmistakable warmth returning to his hands, and yes, to other places too. By week 4, Carl walked into my office with a grin I hadn't seen before. He leaned over and whispered, "Doc, I woke up today and things were working again. I mean, really working." Then he paused. "You know what's strange? I feel proud of myself, not because of what's happening down there, but because I did this with food, not fear." That's the power of small habits. That's the power of seeds. Carl's story isn't unique. It's just the story of a man who finally gave his body the support it had been asking for, quietly, patiently, and when he listened, his body responded. This isn't about reversing time. It's about restoring flow. And for men like Carl, that's more than enough. In the next part, I'll explain exactly how seeds like these work in the body, what nitric oxide really does, why it matters more after 60, and how these tiny foods trigger changes big enough to feel in your daily life. Let's break it down together. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your body after 60, and why certain seeds can make such a big difference. You see, healthy blood flow, especially to the lower regions of your body, is not just about having strong arteries. It's about chemistry. And at the heart of that chemistry is a molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your body's natural green light for circulation. It tells your blood vessels, hey, it's time to open up. Let blood move freely. Without enough of it, those vessels stay tight, stiff, and narrow. And when that happens, blood struggles to get where it needs to go, especially to your groin, your legs, and other areas linked to energy, stamina, and sexual performance. Now here's the kicker. By age 60, your natural nitric oxide production has already dropped by 50%, sometimes more. That's why men over 60 often feel the signs even before they get a diagnosis. Cold hands and feet, weak morning wood, slower response in intimate moments, longer recovery after exercise, a dull, heavy fatigue in the lower body. These aren't just random symptoms, they're signals. Your blood vessels are calling for help. So where do seeds come in? Certain seeds, like flax, chia, hemp, pumpkin, and sunflower, contain very specific compounds that your body uses to build, protect, and activate nitric oxide. Let's break it down 1L-arginine, the spark plug for nitric oxide. This amino acid is found in hemp, pumpkin, and sunflower seeds. Once inside your body, L-arginine is converted into nitric oxide through a special enzyme pathway called ENOS, endothelial nitric oxide synthase. You can think of L-arginine as raw fuel and ENOS as the engine that turns it into usable circulation support. The more efficiently this system works, the more relaxed your arteries become. That means better blood flow, not just to your heart, but all the way down to your pelvic floor. 2.A, LA, and G, LA, the fatty acids that relax your arteries. Chia and flax are rich in ALA alpha-linolenic acid, while hemp contains GLA gamma-linolenic acid. These are plant-based omega-3s and 6s, and they work like natural lubricants inside your blood vessels. They cool inflammation, they reduce oxidative stress, and they help blood vessels stay flexible and responsive. Why does that matter? Because stiff arteries are like stiff garden hoses. They crack, leak, and block flow. Flexible arteries are like new hoses, smooth, elastic, and reliable. And when it comes to intimate health, flexibility equals function. 3. Magnesium and zinc, the forgotten heroes. Pumpkin seeds are full of magnesium, and sunflower seeds bring in zinc, two minerals that older men are often low in, but rarely test for. Magnesium helps regulate blood pressure, prevent spasms in the vessel walls, and support the nervous system. Zinc is essential for testosterone production, tissue repair, and immune balance. Together, these minerals act like maintenance workers, keeping the entire circulation system running smoothly. 4 antioxidants, the shields that protect your flow. Vitamin E from sunflower seeds, lignans from flax, and selenium from various seeds all act as antioxidants. Why does that matter? Because as we age, our blood vessels are constantly exposed to small, invisible stressors, like sugar spikes, chronic inflammation, and environmental toxins. These stressors create free radicals, which damage the delicate lining of your arteries. Antioxidants act like shields, neutralizing those free radicals before they can cause long-term harm. That means your nitric oxide stays active longer, your vessels stay open, and your blood keeps moving. The pelvic floor connection. Why circulation down there matters. There's something else you should know, something many men never hear about. Your pelvic floor muscles, the ones that control blood flow, bladder strength, and even intimacy, depend on oxygen-rich blood to function. When circulation slows down, those muscles begin to weaken and stiffen, just like any underused muscle. That's why weak blood flow can lead to loss of morning erections, decreased control during intimacy, longer recovery time, poor stamina, or dead leg fatigue. Seeds, because they support nitric oxide and vascular flexibility, help restore oxygen delivery to those muscles. It's not magic, it's physiology. Timing matters. Why morning is the best window. The first 60 minutes after waking up is your body's circulatory prime time. Your blood vessels are more responsive. Your hormone levels are naturally shifting. Your gut is ready to absorb nutrients. And your cardiovascular system is preparing for the demands of the day. When you eat seeds in the morning, you're giving your body raw materials at the exact moment it's ready to use them. That's why Carl, the man we spoke about earlier, saw such rapid changes. He timed his nutrients with his body's rhythm. What about pills and supplements? Now, you might be wondering, why not just take nitric oxide boosters in pill form? The answer is, they work for some people, short term, but they come with a catch. Synthetic boosters often target only one pathway. Seeds, on the other hand, support the whole system: circulation, inflammation, hormones, digestion, and recovery. No side effects, no dependency, just nourishment. Seeds don't override your body. They remind it how to function. In the next part, we'll talk about something just as important: taking action. Because knowing the science is great, but what matters most is what you do with it. If you've ever felt like it's too late, or that your best days are behind you, what I'll share next might change your mind. Let's talk about where to begin. Let me tell you something I wish every man over 60 could hear. You haven't missed your chance. No matter how long it's been since you felt steady, strong, or confident in your body. No matter how many mornings you've woken up and wondered if something's just gone. It's not too late. Your body still knows how to heal. It hasn't forgotten. It's just been waiting for you. And the truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life to see a shift. You don't need to count macros, go keto, or buy fancy powders online. What you need is to start. Start with 1 tablespoon of flax in your morning oats. Start with a spoonful of chia soaked overnight in almond milk. Start with a handful of pumpkin seeds in your palm before your coffee even cools. Start where you are, with what you have. Just start. Because here's what I've seen in my clinic for over 25 years. It's not the men who do everything perfectly that get the best results. It's the men who show up consistently, not perfectly, not aggressively, but with intention. Men like James. James was 71, a widower, tired, quiet, and convinced that his body had already decided what kind of man he would be for the rest of his life. He didn't believe in health videos. He didn't like doctors. But what got him was watching his own grandson run around the yard and realizing he couldn't keep up. I want to feel useful, he told me, not forgotten. We started with one thing: sunflower seeds and yogurt. That was it. No other change. Then chia, then flax, then hemp. 8 weeks later, James said something I'll never forget. He said, "I feel like I finally caught up to myself again. That's what this is about. Not chasing youth, not chasing perfection, but catching up to the man you were always meant to be, the one who still lives inside you, the one who deserves good mornings again. If that first step feels too small to matter, let me remind you, a seed is always small. That's the point. It holds the potential for something far bigger if you give it time and care and consistency. And that's what your body is asking for. Not a miracle, not a pill, just the chance to be nourished and trusted and supported. Let that first seed be the start, because what you're fighting for, your strength, your confidence, your connection, it's worth it. And more importantly, you're worth it. In the final part, I'll share one last message and a quiet invitation for you to not only begin, but to help others begin too. Because this journey isn't just yours. It belongs to all of us who want to age with power, with grace, and with purpose. Stay with me. If you've made it this far, I want you to pause and take that in. You stayed. You listened. You gave yourself time to understand your body, not with shame or urgency, but with curiosity and care. And that matters, because most men don't get here. Most scroll past. Most tune out when the topic turns uncomfortable. Most quietly accept that this is just what aging feels like. But you didn't. You stayed. That tells me something powerful. You still believe you have more life to live, more strength to give, more mornings that feel like yours again. And I'm here to tell you, you do. Right now, you hold something far more valuable than any supplement or treatment. You hold choice. The choice to turn your breakfast into medicine. The choice to swap empty routines for nourishing rituals. The choice to support your body like it's still worth the effort, because it is. I know, it can feel like a lot. The health talk, the warnings, the supplements, the numbers, the pressure. But let me remind you, you're not being asked to fix everything. You're being invited to begin with one thing, one seed, one morning, one small promise to yourself. And maybe tomorrow, someone in your life will notice. Maybe they'll ask how you have more energy, how your steps seem stronger, why your eyes look clearer. And maybe you'll be the reason someone else begins too. So here's what I'd love for you to do next. If something in this video helped you, if it sparked a memory, answered a question, or gave you even a little hope, tell me in the comments. Just write the word begin, or tell me which seed you'll try first. Your words won't just reach me. They'll reach another man out there, maybe 68, maybe 78, who's scrolling through videos at 1 a.m., wondering if he's the only one feeling what he's feeling. Your story might be the reason he believes change is still possible. And if this message spoke to you, would you consider sharing it with a brother, a friend, a neighbor who used to have more spark in his step? Not because it's viral, but because it's vital. Every time you hit like or share or subscribe, this message reaches more men who've been sitting in silence for too long. You're part of something bigger now, a quiet revolution of men who aren't giving up, who are learning, healing, and rising, not with noise, but with nourishment. So thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing to care. Thank you for showing up today, for your body, for your future, and for the life you still have to live. This is your next chapter, and it begins one seed at a time.